So Omega is looking at ideas for pumpkin decorations, and I was in the kitchen working like a good husband when I hear this. What? So I said, what are you thinking about? And she said,
pumpkins out of wood, plywood or pallet wood. You know, just 2D, something, nothing special, just as a porch design, porch decoration.
So I said, that sounds very interesting. Let me head downstairs and see what I can come up with. Okay, so went ahead and I made an initial outline here for a pumpkin. This one right here will be like one of those tall, skinny ones, kind of like this. Make myself a nice little outline so that when I pull out the old jigsaw, I can cut this thing up properly. And then we got just kind of a fat one. Yeah, it looks something like that. Oops. Some rough patches there on the wood, but that's all right. And the top. There we go. Nothing too fancy. We'll fancy it up when we add paint. Now all you gotta do is cut. And there we have two perfectly executed pumpkin shapes cut out of some old plywood. You mean people go to the store and buy this stuff? Okay, so I ran in the house to ask Meg and my son their opinion on my ideas here. So, hey guys, I have a question as to how you want the pumpkins. Wife said,
Do whatever you want, honey. It's your project.
what do you think, son? Should I do googly eyes or should I use triangle-y eyes?
You should make like a scary face.
And then I had to ask this question. If I cut out the eyes like the standard pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, you know, the triangles, with, you know, I could put a box in the back and we could put lights back there so it would light up.
Ooh.
Would that be interesting, or would it be better just to have like eyes painted in?
No, I love it.
I think
With
the
the light.
glow in the dark.
Have the one glowing eyes?
Yeah.
Glowing eyes are better than just like painted eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I figured you would think that because you're Miss Halloween. If we're going to cut this and have lights behind it in a box or whatever, triangle eyes to me are kind of boring. So let's see if we can do something kind of menacing. You know, eyes that come down with a furrowed brow. Something like that. That looks pretty menacing right there. And I wonder if I can cut it so I can have the eyeballs in there still. So it looks like the light is going to be behind the eyes, and of course you'll be able to see the mouth too. So you don't want to have a goofy looking mouth, you want to have a mouth with fangs, right? Mouth with scary fangs. Always good. So that'll be how we cut that one out. And this one right here, do we want to have a scared little guy with crossed eyes? Why not? So his eyes will be on the inside like this. Okay. And then this guy can have like a tooth right here. And a tooth right over here. All right. So let's cut those out and see how they look. We'll go ahead and drill some starting points for our jigsaw. Let's see if I can cut this straight. Now that's a scary looking pumpkin. Okay, so let's do some painting. We have our face cut out. Got a couple of different size paint brushes. Got myself some yellow paint. Because I think that if you take yellow and you take red, I'll give you orange, right? Let's see. Memory serves me, yellow and blue will make green, right? Okay, let's paint the eyeballs. I'll just use the cap as my tray, as my palette. Ghost! Silly Billy. Okay, everything's dry now for the most part, so I'll go ahead and do a second coat of white on the tooth. Scary. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna start playing with different ideas and concepts. Some I stick with, some I don't. Here I'm trying to put lines on a pumpkin. You know how pumpkins have those little sections on it, and well, we'll see what I end up keeping because it goes back and forth a few times. Okay, I'm weak. Let's see what we can. I got myself a little bit of a different shade of orange here. Kind of wondering if I put that along here just to create kind of a shaded look. Okay, so let's figure out the size of the box that we're going to put behind this thing to put our light. Let's see, what's our widest part? 18 inches. So let's say we go 20 inches, yeah, by 15. 20 by 15. We'll make a box to put behind it that our light's going to go into to light up this very, very scary Larry. As it so happens, I've got some old pallet board material here. I think this will be perfect for creating the sides of the boxes that we need. Okay, so these 3 slats are the same width. So I'll go ahead and measure, what did I say, 20 by 15? Yeah, I'll do 20, 20, 15, and 30. We'll just go ahead and glue them and tack them together, right? Sounds like I got an air leak over there. One of these days I'll fix it. That's brand new. Brand new air leak. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Watch those fingers. Watch those eyes. Where's my safety glasses at? There they are. Yeah, just put those safety glasses on after you Brad Hill, you know what I mean? Okay, I think that might work because this way, if this is close to the bottom, that is going to give us a cool base to set this on, right? Right. So now all I got to do is just tack this into here. One side is pretty flush compared to the other side. I think this side will be okay. This side has more flush areas than not flush areas. That means that my glue is going to work a little bit better because it'll have contact with the surface. I think that's probably a little important. Just a little important. Okay. I think that'll work. cool. Lovely. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Almost like I meant for that to happen. Okay, I could probably use a kickstand, but that's gonna be cool. Look what I found, some really cruddy plywood right here. I'll go ahead and cut this and create a nice backing to our box for the lights. Well, unfortunately, that yellow hose is no longer going to work for me, so I might as well put together a heavier duty hose that I know is going to last me a little bit. Right? I always put on my Teflon bass ass words because, I mean, why would I want to do it correct? I want to set a precedent that I cannot, that I cannot replicate. There we go. All right. Let's see how that goes. You hear that? Me either. Okay, so we got our back pieces cut out. Eyeball this stuff and just tack it in place. Okay, using Christmas lights from last year. Oh, ooh. Oh, scary Larry. Ooh, Larry, you're scary. All right, let's get the other one done. Okay, so I found a piece of wood that'll work for this particular application. Found myself an old hinge. Now that that's cut off, I should be able to just put this like right about there. Now I can just screw it in. Okay. Now we got a kickstand. It's not going anywhere. We're ready for Halloween, people. Let's get the other one done and we'll see what they look like. Okay, let's see how Silly Billy looks. Whoa, Silly Billy. Looking pretty good. Hey, Silly Billy. Silly Billy. Look like Scary Larry. All right, well, anyways. Pretty cool. Okay, well, it's probably kind of a waste for these things, but I'll go ahead and throw in some polyurethane, see if I can preserve them a little bit. Okay, I couldn't leave it as it was. I can't put that out there. That's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing. The other one I think looks a lot cooler. So, we'll mix up a little bit more paint and see if we can make a little bit more orange. Paint over this ugliness. Simplicity is the key. Ooh, Scary Larry, Silly Billy. I like it. Oh, probably not.
Oh, scary! This is so cool.
Yeah.
I love it. And you're gonna set the light in there?
Yeah,
Like
we probably got to get some different lights because the lights that I have, unless you have them handy, I couldn't find those skinny strands.
Simona, pretend you're trick-or-treating. Okay. Hi, Matthew. Hey, guys.
Well,
We want to capture your reaction about... That was very good, though.